Hey nerds, I'm back and it's time for my November comic haul. Let's get some nerd how. Alright guys, so this month my haul is a little bit more specific. I think I was a little bit better about giving myself like clear goals for what I wanted to expand in my collection and kind of zoning in on that. It's going to be kind of a quick haul because they're all like grouped together. The first couple things I got were Wonder Woman, the trade paperbacks volume 1 through 3, written by Brian Azzarello. So I have volume 1 right here, and then I have volume 2, and volume 3. So this is the new 52 run on Wonder Woman, and it is pretty much beloved everywhere. Like, everybody's really digging it. It is collected over 6 trades, so I have the first arc of, or the first half of the entire run right here, and I've already read volumes 1 and 2 and they are really good, and I'm really excited about picking up the last 3 and then just marathoning through the rest of them. So you probably will see the rest of these very, very soon. The last bit of the haul is kind of the theme based. I really wanted to give myself like some homework and jump into something specific that was a little bit more challenging. I picked X-Men. I haven't read very much of X-Men, really any at all, and I know that they're kind of a hard team to jump into continuity wise. I did a little bit of research online. I learned a little bit about like the backstory or like the big arcs, like Phoenix Saga and all that kind of stuff, and I knew the basics of like the team from the movies and from the TV show, so I knew like the basic workings, but I wasn't sure where to jump in continuity, and I wasn't super interested in jumping into like the Claremont run because it's so big and I'm not a huge fan of the art from that era, and then the 90s is just like comics like little apocalypse that happened, so I didn't want to do that. So I decided to start from what I gathered was the beginning of like modern X-Men, like modern 2000s X-Men. That means that I grabbed the complete collection of Grant Morrison's run on New X-Men. So I have volumes 1, volume 2, and volume 3 here, and it spans the entirety of the Grant Morrison run on New X-Men. So there is an omnibus for the New X-Men that you can get. It's out of print, so it's a little bit more expensive secondhand, and as much as I love omnibuy, I wasn't really willing to spend like 40 or 50 extra dollars for the same material that I could get across these 3 collected editions. And I'm happy with them. Like, I think I would have preferred an omnibus. It just wasn't in my budget right now. In terms of like what this is about, I haven't read them, so I don't know a whole lot, but I know that they are the original X-Men team. So it's Cyclops, Jean Grey, the Beast, Wolverine, and Emma Frost. And crazy stuff happens. I don't know a lot about Grant Morrison. I haven't read very much of his stuff, but I've heard he's kind of trippy and he's sort of weird, and this run is said to be just that. A little bit weird, but really fun. We'll see. I'm not sure what to expect, but I'm excited to dive in. Alright, so the last thing for this haul, it's kind of a short one because everything's sort of collected into bunches, is the Astonishing XMen by Joss Whedon. So from what I can gather, this is like the run to read. Like, everybody loves this run. I hear Kitty Pryde is especially kick-ass in this, and from what I understand, Joss Whedon read Grant Morrison's New X-Men and loved it and said it was like one of the best things he's ever read, and he wanted to write X-Men for Marvel, and he was under the impression that he was going to continue the New X-Men title right off of Grant Morrison's run. But for some reason Marvel decided to change it to the Astonishing X-Men instead of New X-Men, but in spirit Joss was basically writing continuing on from Grant Morrison's run on the New X-Men, from what I gather. I'm really excited about these. I love Joss Whedon. I'm a big fan of Firefly and Avengers and Buffy and tons of other stuff that he has written and I have enjoyed. So between these 2 volumes of the Ultimate Collection, it is the entirety of his run on Astonishing X-Men in these 2 volumes right here. Again, there is a omnibuy of his run on X-Men, but it is out of print and I wasn't willing to spend the money when I could get the same run for like a third of the price in these. Alright guys, that is my little haul for November. I say little, but it is a bunch of material that I am excited to dig into. If you have read any of these or are excited for me to read any of them and do a review, please leave a comment down below. I love hearing from you guys. A like and a subscribe would be much appreciated. As always, stay nerdy.